If you make the wrong move here, you could end up carrying 2 mortgages or scrambling to find a home with nowhere to go. In today's shifting GTA real estate market, the question of whether to sell first or buy first is trickier than ever, and getting it wrong can cost you thousands and your peace of mind. Stick with me, because in this video, I'll help you figure out the best approach for your situation with some key steps you can take right now to stay ahead of the market. Let's start by setting the stage for where we are right now in the GTA market. In May 2025, we saw only about 6,200 homes sold across the region. That's a 13% drop compared to last year. But interestingly, new listings are up by 14%. Now that might sound like a buyer's market, and in some ways it is. But what we're really seeing is a kind of standoff between buyers and sellers. Buyers are cautious. They have more options and more leverage. Sellers are hesitant, hoping to hold out for better offers. Prices are reflecting that uncertainty. The average GTA price is now just over $1 million, down 4% year over year. Detached homes, especially in the 905, are holding steady, while condos in Toronto are facing price drops of up to 8.5%. And with affordability improving slightly, but consumer confidence still lagging, this is the type of market where expert strategy matters more than ever. So how do you decide if you should sell first or buy first in a market like this? Let's break it down into some simple, actionable steps. First, get a professional valuation of your current home. And I don't mean an online estimate. That won't cut it here. With detached homes in the 905 holding stronger than condos in the 416, and street by street variability at an all-time high, you need a realtor who can provide a precise, comparative market analysis. Knowing what your home is realistically worth today will inform your budget, your timeline, and your negotiating power, whether you're upsizing or downsizing. For downsizers, this also helps clarify how much equity you'll be able to free up. For upsizers, it helps you plan how far you can comfortably stretch toward that next property. Next, if you're moving up the property ladder, get pre-approved for a mortgage right now at today's rates. If the rates change, you're either locked in at the best rate now, or you benefit from a changing rate when you're ready to close. Even with some slight improvements in affordability, mortgage stress tests and stricter lending guidelines mean you need to know exactly what you can qualify for today, not last year. For downsizers, this step matters too. Even if you're planning to buy outright with cash from the sale of your existing home, you may want to consider financing options to give you flexibility or preserve cash flow. And don't forget, factor in Toronto's land transfer taxes and closing costs when calculating your numbers. These can add up fast, especially when moving between property types or regions. Now the big question: should you sell first or buy first? This is where your individual situation and the current market comes into play. Let's look at both scenarios. For upsizers, right now, with more listings on the market and average days on market sitting at about 27 days, buyers are back in the driver's seat. If you're upsizing, you likely have a bit more flexibility and leverage when buying, but it also means your existing home might take longer to sell. In this case, I often recommend selling first, so you know exactly how much equity you have, and you can avoid carrying 2 mortgages. However, if you're shopping for a very specific type of home in a low inventory pocket, you can comfortably handle the risk. Buying first makes sense. This is something I help each client weigh carefully. For downsizers, I typically recommend selling first in this type of market. Why? Because accessing your full equity gives you complete clarity on what you can spend on your next home and lets you move forward at your own pace. And with condos under pressure and prices softening, the ability to shop slowly and carefully can really pay off. Whatever your situation, don't assume what worked for your neighbor or friend will work for you. Every market cycle requires a different approach. If selling first is the right choice for you, preparation matters even more. Buyers today have more options and they're taking their time. Homes that are well prepared and priced right are still moving, but those that miss the mark are sitting and facing price reductions. Here's what I advise my clients. Declutter and depersonalize early. Don't wait until you list. Invest in minor repairs and updates that will help your home show its best. Use professional staging, especially if your home will be competing with newer builds or fully renovated properties. For downsizers, this is also a perfect opportunity to begin the emotional process of letting go of items you won't be bringing to your next home. I have a trusted network of downsizing specialists, organizers, and movers who can make this process smoother, and I'm always happy to connect my clients with them. Finally, whatever path you choose, make sure you have a backup plan. If you're selling first, consider temporary rental options or flexible closing dates to give yourself breathing room between transactions. If you're buying first, make sure you fully understand your bridge financing options and have a financial buffer in place if your sale takes longer than expected. In a market like today's, with buyers cautious and more properties sitting longer, you want to be prepared for every scenario. That way, even if the unexpected happens, you'll stay in control. So, should you sell first or buy first? The answer is it depends. It depends on the type of property you're moving to, the current market dynamics, your financial comfort level, and your personal timeline. What I can tell you is this. In today's GTA market, having a clear strategy, the right preparation, and expert guidance can make all the difference between a stressful move and a seamless, rewarding one. I'm regularly helping clients, both upsizers and downsizers, navigate this decision with clarity and confidence. And I'd be happy to do the same for you. So if you're thinking about your next move, whether it's moving up the property ladder, cashing in equity, or relocating, reach out to me. You can contact me directly through any of the contact methods listed below in the description. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Toronto real estate tips, and comment below. Are you thinking about upsizing or downsizing this year? I'd love to hear where you're at in your journey. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to get to know you.